Nigerian Army calls for more participation in military. Lassa fever spreads to 21 states, 106 local government areas with cases heightened nationwide. Plus, over 5,000 Nigerians flee to Cameroon as Boko Haram seizes Borno border town. This is the World News on Rivers State Television. Double to here in Port Harcourt. My name is Ibiguni Kalyo. Do you love and care about Rivers State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Now, the Nigerian Army has urged the stakeholders and youths in Rivers State to deliver joy in joining the force, as it remains the best way to serving the people and country. The Director of Welfare Services, Army Headquarters, Department of Administration, Brigadier General Patrick Alimekena, stated this during a sensitization visit to 6th Division Garrison, Port Harcourt.
Brigadier General Ali McKenna, who is also the chairman of the Sensitization Committee, outlined some of the benefits of joining Nigerian Army to include access to training, education, and personal growth opportunities that will be beneficial to the personnel military service. He further noted that enlisting in the Nigerian Army will enhance social integration with the people far and wide, with guaranteed enhanced welfare and insurance services, as well as housing, pension, and gratuity. The chairman of the Sensitization Committee said the visit was to interface with stakeholders to increase the number of citizens of Rivers State to apply for the 90 regular recruit intake. According to him, the Nigerian Army seeks to have soldiers of the future that are physically fit, mentally robust, and possess the cognitive ability to think critically, creatively, and innovatively.
The Federal Character Commission ensures that every region and ethnic group has a voice. Thus, the Nigerian Army offers a platform for equal participation and representation as a true reflection of our country's diversity. It is against this backdrop that the Chief of Army Staff magnanimously approved the Nigerian Army Enlightenment Sensitization Tour to Rivers State. We are here to interface with you so as to increase the number of citizens of the state to apply for 90 regular recruit intake to eventually get enlisted into the Nigerian Army.
Secretary of the team, Lieutenant Colonel Ibomodia Osawe, spoke further on the need for youths of the state to enlist in the Nigerian Army.
So we've come down as low as 5 passes to enable more people get in. Why is it 5 passes? When they get in, they can also build themselves again in the army to see that they grow further. And when you see some people just come out and say, man, no man. No, there is no man, no man. You see, there are criteria laid down for this recruitment process. They must trust the process. Don't give anybody money.
The commanding officer, Admin Battalion, 6th Division Garrison, thanked them for the visit and emphasized the benefits of joining the army.
We wouldn't want Rivers State slot not to be completed. They must fill in their slot. Other states are filling their slots. Why Rivers State? We must do everything to complete the slots that is meant for Rivers State.
Justice Ihu, Rstv News.
Now, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Express has donated essentials and educational materials to State Primary School Aleto, in the Leme local government area, in fulfillment of improving basic education and literacy one of Rotary International's 7 areas of focus. Rotarian President Rosel Ngofa, who made the presentation on behalf of the club, gifted the school books, writing materials, and some white marker boards to enhance the teaching and learning. Melvin Jackson reports that the club also planted economic trees on the school premises to promote environmental sustainability. His report.
President Ngofa thanked club members and partners for their support, emphasizing that education, the bedrock of society, should be available and affordable for children, especially the less fortunate. The 14th president of the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Express added that with the project, the club wants to create a symbiotic relationship with the pupils through Rotary in District 9141 and advise them to reciprocate by being studious.
So we are going to put a smile on their face, and so long they are happy, we are also very happy. Is to take the education program very serious. That people are watching at them, and that's what we are doing today. And then for the teachers, we also encourage them. That's why part of what we did today, we extended the good hands of fellowship to them as well. So the teachers and the students will now have a convivial environment while we watch them grow.
Charter President of the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Cosmopolitan Hybrid, Rotary Debbie Sunday Sobari, highlighted the importance of community service and youth involvement in Rotary projects and noted that pupils should not see themselves as less privileged even though they attend public schools.
Someone said that if education is expensive, try ignorance. So education is a privilege that they have, and if they maximize it, if they see beyond this environment, then to someday can give back to society.
Past president of the club, Rotarian Faith Ogu, and the project chair, Rotarian Chinedu Mbei, charged the pupils on the importance of environmental conservation and sustainability.
The head teacher, the teachers will help us bring you together because you are the future leaders. So we want to catch you young now, so that when you are old like us, you can join Rotary and better the life of people.
If we start to catch them young at this age, to start learning how to do this, by the time they grow older, they will also multiply. They do this in their various places of our home, and even take it home to their parents.
Head teachers, students and pupils who were excited receiving the materials thanked Rotary for its generosity and community spirit.
I feel great. I feel relieved because this learning materials to some of the pupils has been a challenge. But with this you have done, you've added more laughter on their faces. We say thank you to Rotary Club.
Rotary Club Port Harcourt Express. I'm so grateful for giving me this book, and I promise to read my books and be a good ambassador of Rotary Club Port Harcourt Express.
The club also visited Community Junior Secondary School Eto, who also benefited from the gesture. The project sponsored by the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Express and Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Cosmopolitan Hybrid attended to 200 pupils and junior secondary school students in both schools. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
The Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, has confirmed that Lassa fever has claimed 165 lives across 21 states in 2025. In its situation report for epidemiological week 38, the agency revealed a total of 4,543 suspected cases, of which 897 were confirmed positive, with a case fatality rate of 18.7%. The NCDC noted that 4 states, Ondo, Edo, Taraba and Bauchi, remain the epicenters of the outbreak, accounting for 67% of all confirmed cases. Ondo alone has recorded the highest burden, followed by Edo and Bauchi. The agency emphasized that early presentation at treatment centers significantly improves the changes of survival, as ribavirin, an antiviral medicine, is more effective when administered promptly. Now, more than 5,000 people have fled across the border into Cameroon after Boko Haram militants captured the town of Kirawa in northeastern Nigeria's Borno State marking the latest escalation in the 16-year insurgency that has intensified throughout this year. According to residents and community leaders on Saturday, the assaults forced a chaotic exodus and saw key infrastructure targeted. The district head, Abdurrahman Abubakar, reported fleeing his palace, which was set on fire along the military barracks and numerous homes. Boko Haram claimed responsibility for the attack, releasing a video showing fighters torching the barracks and shouting triumphant slogans. Residents confirmed the town is now fully under militant control and completely deserted, with local leaders urgently calling for military support. Chief of Naval Staff Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala has declared that the Nigerian Navy has successfully turned the tide against the pirate and other maritime criminals, leading to improved security in the nation's waters and boosts in the nation's oil production. Ogala made the statement at the Nigerian Military School, Zaria, Kaduna, for a regimental parade held in his honor, where he commissioned new projects and addressed the students. The naval chief said the Navy had recorded undeniable results in its operations since he assumed office, stressing that Nigeria's exclusive economic zone had not witnessed a single incident of piracy since 2022. According to him, piracy, crude oil theft, and illegal refining threatened oil revenues and deterring investment in the maritime domain. But with enhanced operations, the Navy has reversed the trend. The Nigerian Inland Revenue Service has detailed how the newly established Office of the Tax Ombuds, a key feature of President Bola Tinubu's new tax legislation, immediate complaints and resolve grievances between tax authorities and the public when the new tax regime takes effect on January 1, 2026. During the FIRS Taxpayer Webinar Series, coordinating directors at the FIRS, Dick Iri of the Government and Medium Taxpayers Group, and Mr. Tamadi Shetima of the Special Duties Group, urged the taxpayers and FIRS staff to familiarize themselves with the ongoing reforms in the nation's tax system. Iri described the Ombud as an essential mechanism for resolving disputes in a fair and accessible manner. Shetima described the introduction of the Ombuds as, quote, a noble initiative that will safeguard taxpayer rights and privileges while promoting awareness of their obligations. Break beckons. But just before we do that, do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can as well subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Up ahead, Vietnam Typhoon Bualoy death toll climbs to 51. Damage nears $600 million. This and other stories coming up in a jiffy.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer o.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as sure banker. Progress na small win wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. Mo go buy ball.
Victor, even you they use money point?
Of course now, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money Point, made for your progress.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Nah, ma'am.
Bro, na transfer.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as sure banker. Progress na small wind wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. Mo go Bible.
Victor, even you they use money point?
Of course now, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money Point, made for your progress.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Progress when they happen just like that.
From Typhoon Boaloy and the devastating floods it unleashed across Vietnam has risen to 51, with 14 people still missing and 164 injured, according to a government disaster management report released Friday. A powerful storm made landfall in northern central Vietnam, bringing massive sea swells, destructive winds, and torrential rainfall that crippled communities and infrastructure. Authorities said the estimated economic losses have surged to $603 million. Roads, schools, and government offices sustained widespread destruction, while power outages left tens of thousands of families without electricity. The storm also caused severe damage to livelihoods, destroying more than 230,000 homes and wiping out nearly 89,000 hectares of rice fields and other crops. Joseph Uloba, father of the late Nigerian singer Eliroluwa Uloba, popularly known as Mohbad, has urged the Lagos State government to prosecute his son's widow, Omowumi Uloba, alongside others indicted by the coroner's inquest into the artist's death. Lillian Obonaya gives us this and other stories making rounds in the entertainment desk.
The demand was contained in a petition addressed to the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Lawal Pedro San, and signed by Aloba's legal counsel, Wahab Shitu San. In the letter, Aloba specifically called for the prosecution of Feisayo Ogedengbe, the auxiliary nurse who administered an injection to the singer shortly before his death in September 2023. He also requested that other individuals present in Mohbad's apartment at that time, particularly those who invited the nurse or failed to seek immediate medical help, to be brought to justice. Despite these findings, Aloba's lawyer, Shitu, expressed concern that more than 2 months after the coroner's report, the Lagos state government has yet to initiate criminal proceedings against the indicated parties. Nollywood actor and producer Emelu Simon Chibuzo has recounted his harrowing experience of being kidnapped at gunpoint in 2021 while filming Forbidden Trail in Imo State. He was held captive for 4 days before released after a ransom was paid. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been sentenced to 50 months in prison after being convicted on prostitution-related charges. Prosecutors had pushed for an 11-year sentence, but Judge Aaron Subramanian imposed just over 4 years following an emotional day-long headed on Friday. Combs' lawyer had urged a fair lighter penalty of 14 months, effectively time served, since the 55-year-old hip-hop star has already spent more than a year in custody in Brooklyn. Before sentencing, Combs addressed the court experiencing remorse and asking the judge for another chance. In July, a jury acquitted Combs of the most serious charges, sex trafficking and racketeering, both found him guilty of 2 counts of transporting people across state lines for prostitution. Lillian Ogbonnaya, Rstv Entertainment News.
Super Falcons forward Fioma Onumono has announced her retirement from football, bringing an end to a professional career that spanned more than a decade across the United States, France, and Nigeria. Solomon Richard tells us more.
In a statement shared on Instagram on Saturday, the 31-year-old expressed gratitude to her journey, describing her retirement as a natural conclusion to a lifelong discovery that began at the age of 8. Onumenu said passion for football guided her for 22 years and culminated in unforgettable moments on both club and international stages. The American-born striker, who made her senior debut for Nigeria in 2021, was part of the country's 2023 Women's World Cup squad and also represented the Super Falcons at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. She featured in the 10th AFCON trophy in July 2025, the country's record extending 10th continental title. Onumenu, who was born in California to a Nigerian father and raised in the United States, began a professional journey in the Nigeria Women's Soccer League with Boston Breakers and subsequently featured in Portland Tongues, Rennes FC, Hussar Royals, and NJNY Gotham FC before moving to France to play for Montpellier's HSC. Nigeria great Segun Odegbami has urged the Super Eagles stars to take responsibility in securing the country's place at 2026 FIFA World Cup as head coach Eric Chelle named 23-man squad for decisive qualifiers against Lesotho and Benin. Speaking at an event themed "The Rules of Sport in Global Geopolitics," Odegbami emphasized that football holds immense potentials as unity and political tools, recalling Africa's historic boycott of the 1976 Olympic Games as an example of collective strength. Odegbami described Nigerian qualification for 2026 World Cup as very important, insisting that participation would provide Africa with a stronger voice in the world affair. With 2 games remaining, the Super Eagles currently sit third in Group C with 11 points, 3 fewer than Benin and South Africa with both 14 points. Nigeria faced Lesotho at Peter Mubaka Stadium in Pokwene, South Africa on Friday before returning to Uyo to host Benin in their final group clash on Tuesday. Chelsea will host Premier League leader Liverpool, but manager Enzo Maresca faces significant challenges due to a major injury crisis within his squad. Chelsea are said to be without 8 players for today's match against Liverpool, including central defender Levi Colwill, Wesley Fofana, and Aderabioyo, as well as Trevoh Chalobah, who is suspended. Maresca has attributed the team's injury woe to fatigue from Club World Cup campaign, noting that the team had only 20 days of rest after the tournament, which may have contributed to the high number of injuries. Liverpool, under the manager Arne Slot, have experienced back-to-back defeats against Crystal Palace and Galatasaray, but still lead the Premier League table. Solomon Richard, Rstv Sport News.
Do you love and care about Rivers State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Let's take a recap of some of the major stories. The Director of Welfare Services, Army Headquarters, Department of Administration, Brigadier General Patrick Ilimakena, has urged stakeholders and youths in Rivers State to deliver joy in joining the force, as it remains the best way of serving the people and country. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention has confirmed that Lassa fever claimed 168 lives across 21 states in 2025, noting that 4 states, Edo, Ondo, Taraba, and Bauchi, remain the epicenters of the outbreak, accounting for 67% of all confirmed cases. We had also reported that more than 5,000 people have fled across the border into Cameroon after Boko Haram militants captured the town of Kirawa in Borno State, marking the latest escalation in the 16-year insurgency that has intensified throughout this year. That's how we saw the world on the lenses of Double 2. Thank you for your time. Let's do this again. Same time, same station. From all of us here in the studio, have a delectable evening.